You've probably heard a lot about the new movie Sinners. Today on Collider, we're diving into everything that went on behind the scenes to bring this film to life. Let's get started. Set in the Deep South during the Jim Crow era, Sinners has a little bit of everything. Southern Gothic vibes, psychological thriller tension, and some eerie folklore fantasy layered on top. At the center of it all, Michael B. Jordan plays not one, but two roles: twin brothers Smoke and Stack. The two return to their small hometown, trying to escape a messy past, but instead, they run straight into something darker than they ever imagined. The idea for the story started taking shape while Coogler was wrapping up work on Creed 3, which Jordan directed. As Jordan was in the director's chair, Coogler began diving into his own family history, specifically stories about his grandfather and his uncle James, both of whom had strong roots in Mississippi. Coogler's maternal grandfather hailed from Merrill and later moved to Oakland, California, where he built a home that became the family's foundation. Although Coogler never met him, his grandfather's legacy influenced the filmmaker's connection to Mississippi. Additionally, Coogler's uncle James, who passed away during the post-production of Creed, played a pivotal role in shaping the film's narrative. James frequently reminisced about Mississippi, especially when listening to blues music or sipping Old Taylor whiskey, providing Coogler with profound insights into their ancestral roots. One of the wildest parts of Sinners is Jordan's performance, playing twin brothers who couldn't be more different. Smoke is quiet and haunted, more emotional, while Stack is the calm, structured one who keeps his pain under wraps. Michael B. Jordan's preparation for playing twin brothers Smoke and Stack in Sinners was an exhaustive process, requiring an extraordinary level of commitment and dedication. To authentically portray the twin brothers, Jordan worked closely with twin consultants, identical twins, who helped him capture the subtle nuances distinguishing individuals, even when they share the same genetic makeup. Jordan's approach to playing both characters went beyond just memorizing lines or learning the script. He immersed himself in understanding the psychology of twins, studying their body language, vocal patterns, and even the different ways they might carry emotional or physical tension. With twins being known for having unique yet sometimes shared mannerisms, Jordan's work was essential in making sure that Smoke and Stack were clearly distinct despite their identical appearance. To further differentiate the brothers, Jordan also worked with dialect coaches to create distinct Southern accents for each character. One of the twins, Smoke, is the quieter and more emotionally reactive of the two, while Stack is pragmatic and controlled, using structure to suppress his pain. Jordan even kept separate journals for each twin, diving deep into their backstories, their traumas, and their emotional journeys. Jordan has described this preparation process as the hardest thing he has ever done, but also one of the most rewarding experiences of his career. The result is a seamless and deeply nuanced performance that allows him to fully inhabit both characters, each with their own unique soul and history. "It's the hardest thing I've ever done," Jordan admitted, "but also the most rewarding. I had to split my brain in two." Coogler, for his part, had zero doubts about Jordan pulling it off. "He's my cinematic other half," he said during a promo shoot. "I write for his face. I write knowing what he can do, even without saying a word. We challenge each other every time we work together, but with this movie, he hit another level." With Sinners, the two aren't just telling a horror story. They're digging into identity, history, grief, and doing it with a film that's as emotional as it is eerie. It's scary, sure, but it's also deeply human. Though the supernatural storyline takes center stage, Sinners is more than just a horror movie. It's an immersive period piece with deep cultural undertones, crafted with obsessive attention to detail. According to Coogler, the idea was to create something that felt timeless and tactile, what he calls emotional archaeology. The team shot the film on 65mm and IMAX cameras, with cinematographer Autumn Durald Arkapaw returning after her stunning work on Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Her goal was to capture the oppressive heat, shadows, and textures of the rural South while evoking classic horror influences like The Night of the Hunter and The Devil's Backbone. Much of the film was shot on location in Louisiana, in real historical buildings and long-abandoned towns that production designer Hannah Beachler and her team painstakingly restored and dressed. Crumbling churches, decaying front porches, dusty juke joints, it all feels lived in, haunted by history. "We wanted to honor the real architecture of the time while also giving it a ghostly edge," Beachler explained. "These are places where real pain happened. Some sets were constructed entirely from scratch, including a replica of a 1930s blues bar with stained glass windows and flickering neon signage. Aesthetically, the film walks a line between the beautiful and the uncanny. At times, it feels like a dream. Other times like a waking nightmare. One of the most distinctive aspects of Sinners is its soundscape. Composer Ludwig Göransson, who also worked with Coogler composing both Black Panther films, also served as an executive producer and brought deep musical roots to the table. Göransson joined the production team on a research road trip down the Mississippi Blues Trail, hitting key landmarks like Clarksdale, Greenwood, and the Crossroads of Legend. From that journey came the film's unique score, a fusion of Delta blues, gospel spirituals, ambient horror, and traditional orchestration. Think humming choirs, distorted guitar riffs, the faint ring of church bells in the distance. The blues isn't just music in this film, it's memory, it's myth, it's a language, Coogler said. Jordan's characters are often defined by their relationship to sound. Smoke, the quiet one, is drawn to music. Stack, the logical one, is repelled by it. The contrast becomes crucial as the plot unfolds. Coogler weaves classic Black Southern folklore into the horror, drawing on tales of root workers, spirit hauntings, and the infamous Robert Johnson Crossroads myth. Vampires here aren't European imports. They're Southern-born, with their own origin myths, codes, and social structures. In one scene teased in a promo, vampire character Cornbread, played chillingly by Omar Benson Miller, emerges from the shadows and speaks in rhyme, echoing oral storytelling traditions. Beyond the technical aspects, Sinners thrives on performance. To make the twin dynamic believable, the production brought in real twin actors as movement coaches, helping Jordan build distinct postures and behavioral quirks for each character. The result is seamless. The audience forgets they're watching one actor do two performances. The supporting cast is equally stacked. Haley Steinfeld plays the boy's childhood friend, now a schoolteacher caught between logic and folklore. Delroy Lindo brings gravitas as a local preacher with a secret. Rising star Jamie Lawson stuns as a root doctor who knows more than she lets on. And Miles Caton, a breakout teen actor, reportedly steals scenes as a young orphan who may be more connected to the supernatural than anyone realizes. Working with these people was like being in a theater troupe, said Wunmi Mosaku, who plays a juke joint singer with a haunting past. Everyone brought their full selves to it. Though the film is more suspense than spectacle, the action scenes pack a punch, literally. Jordan did most of his own stunt work, including several night shoots in the swamps and a physically demanding sequence involving fire, shattered glass, and a cemetery chase shot in a single continuous take. The vampire transformations are mostly practical effects, enhanced with subtle CGI. Instead, the creatures feel organic, with cracking skin, elongated nails, and eyes that glow just faintly in candlelight. Coogler's wife, Zinzi Evans Coogler, served as producer, helping to keep the set grounded and collaborative. Even when we were filming some truly terrifying material, the vibe off camera was full of love and trust, she said. The cast reportedly held weekly Sunday dinners on location, often with Jordan or Coogler cooking. It felt like family in every sense, said Miles Caton. We cried, we laughed, we screamed together. Coogler has always referred to his films as family affairs, both emotionally and literally, and Sinners may be the most heartfelt yet. It's a horror story with blood, fangs, and shadows, but also with soul, roots, and legacy. As Coogler puts it, we're not just trying to scare people, we're trying to heal something. We're telling the truth through fiction. Sinners isn't just another horror movie, it's a bold and creative adventure. Thanks for watching Collider. See you next time.